must not be doing it right. Hmm.
And good day, everybody. And how are we all doing today? Especially on this beautiful day here, except for if
Oh,
you're in Northern Ontario, even I think Northern Michigan, actually, which is actually Sioux, Michigan. I know you guys have snow up there. Our areas, we don't have snow. My name is Brother Chris, and my colleague that's actually on the next screen is.
the Gypsy lady, Eva.
So, so
And
yeah,
good evening, everyone. How are all of you?
yeah.
And to my American friends, I hope you had a happy Turkey Day
Yeah, and
or
we and
Thanksgiving.
us Canadians though, we hope you guys didn't get stuffed too much, or stuffed in the right way. So
Yeah, you have to watch that. In Britain, that has a different meaning.
yes, yes. So yes, we're here tonight. We're actually doing some awesome stuff with you guys. Again, though, is we got a lot to talk about. A lot of things have happened that was actually shot both Canada and the States just this past Thursday. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be doing some readings actually all together. So yeah. So let's get this thing started tonight. Thursday. I know you.
Thursday.
I know you really didn't know much about it until I got hold of you, Eva.
That's right. The whole thing on the bridge, it's scary. Like I mean, you think of it, acts of terrorism happening far away, but no, it's happening here. And I think I was just telling, I think I told you earlier, uh, it, the FBI has designated that it was not designated, but you know what I'm saying.
Has admitted.
That was not an act of terrorism, and they're still trying to figure out what was going on. So at this point, still don't know.
Yeah. The last thing I heard though is there was a husband and wife
Hmm.
going at a high speed. With the cars nowadays, you never know exactly if they could be taken over with the computer system. But what had happened though that they were going at high speed, swerving in and out actually as traffic. Who knows if they were really going to the bridge um, to cross over? But the car went approximately 8 feet up in the sky, right? And
Yeah, it
then
went airborne.
yeah, and then it hit and exploded. Like holy cow! Um, we were actually at a market today, and there was a couple that we were talking to, and they said though that who knows if they're actually after by hitman. Because again, those with the cars nowadays, it's so easy to actually take over the computer system just by a normal computer, right? So it's really really scary. For people though that didn't know what was going on, check out your latest news. Even they really didn't know, but there was stuff though that you said that was going actually over at the Blue Water Bridge.
Yes, in the Sarnia Port Yorn area, they did shut it down for I think it was like 3 hours until the FBI uh, told them they could all of them could open. It wasn't just the Blue Water Bridge; it was the Ambassador Bridge, and there was a couple others that were areas that are in and out points that were also shut down during this time. And like I say, it's scary, very scary, because you think about it, it happens other places, but then again, we had 9/11,
Yeah,
and it could happen again.
yeah. Well,
And
again, though, it's like the last big thing that actually happened was 9/11, right?
mhm.
And then also in this one here, sorry for everybody hearing actually the dogs actually barking. Don't know if Eva can hear that.
I can't.
No, okay. All right, that's wonderful. So yeah, again, it was like 9/11 was the last big one, actually for the States. And then this one here. But again, those I like what you said though, it's like about the terrorists, they could actually slip into Canada and slide across, right?
Well,
Um,
I've been told this for many, 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 many years that the U.S. Canadian, American Canadian border is one of the friendliest in the whole world.
yeah.
Uh, I can remember when I did live in Port Huron, going back and forth to Sarnia. it was very easy. And then when I lived in Detroit, the same thing between Windsor and Detroit. You just got on the bridge or got on the freeway, crossed the bridge, stopped at the little gate. Where are you going? To the casino, have a great time, and that was it.
Yeah.
Um, yes, after 9/11, we did, they did check and make sure who you were, but it would be easy for someone to slip across the border. It would be so easy.
Yeah.
And it is very, very scary
Yeah,
that terrorism would wind up here in the United States. I'm sorry. I just,
it's true though, because like it's so easy. Like our borders, like yeah, we are friends with each other. Especially after what happened in 1812. But basically,
well,
those, yeah, like again, those our borders are so lenient. Except for is I'm not too sure if they do a real thorough check actually on people. That's the big thing though. Is I really wonder whenever they're crossing actually, even though you might have a passport, yeah, but does the passport
but
really say everything about you? So
point, good point.
yeah, it's like gosh. So I know for myself though, I won't be going over the states for quite a while. But yeah, Eva, you're welcome over here anytime at all.
Hey,
So over here,
I got some rather bad news from the Medicare people, and it's like, that's it. I'm moving to Canada.
yes,
That's a better deal.
yeah. But the thing though is, you'd have to get so used to up here, right?
Mm.
Like again though, is just before we went live, I said to Eva, I'm drinking Fago, and then Eva said, "Oh, she's drinking actually hers." Um, yeah. So
Burners,
yeah, I know
zero
Eva.
calories too.
I know Eva always talks about that. So yeah, it's always good. So again, those what we have to do those tonight. We're gonna actually ask all of our viewers. I know Cheryl's actually on, so welcome Cheryl.
Hello.
Yeah. So for all of our viewers, so that actually do watch even on recap, let us know what you guys would love us to actually talk about. It's a great idea, which Eva did bring it up, and I do think it's a great idea. Well, we do chit chat at first before any readings. Let's just see what you guys would like to be able to let us know. Like,
Let us
tell us what you guys want us to chit chat about. There's a
chit chat and maybe even to the direction of the program itself or the show itself to see where we can go with this to make it more something you want to listen to.
yeah. Yeah. So while we're here, though, if you have any questions actually whatsoever, go ahead, type them in. We're actually here tonight. We're going to be doing live. We're going to be doing some live readings. I've got my tarot cards. I got my oracle cards ready. Eva, though, she's got actually her.
My tarot card. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got your tarot cards ready. Plus, also those you got actually your spiritual gift, which is actually just by reading the messages.
Yes.
So yeah.
And I'm starting to see things with this.
Awesome.
I still, there's a connection, but it still is not where I would like it to be. And the indications that I got was that that's because it's still finding the home. It's home.
Yeah.
So it sits by me at the computer. As you can see, it's right there for me. And I will look at it, and sometimes there's clouds, and sometimes there's not.
Yeah.
I find that interesting.
So, but yeah, so type in your questions. Let's just do a quick reading to do with actually what took place actually on Thursday. Let's see what people actually do take part, and we do get people more or less tuning in. Again, though, so if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. We'd love to hear from you. So, I'm going to be using actually my tarot cards. These are the gay tarot cards. I already have one card that already popped up, but we're going to wait for that one last. And so if Eva's ready at any time, she can go before me, or else
I got to lay them out first.
yep, or else I can go before her. But yes,
Okay. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I pulled up the Nine of Cups, the Tower. This was the one I was oohing about,
Okay.
and Temperance, which I find very, very interesting. The full story has not been given. I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Uh, I think there's more to it than meets the. There's more to it than just uh, what the what's been released. Um, the impression that I get is these people, yeah, these people were not a part of anything. But when we find out the surprise, it's going to knock our socks off. Or, excuse me, not the surprise, the ending. It's going to surprise us and knock our socks off. I pulled up the divinity card, and it is the Queen of Rods or Wands, which I find kind of interesting because she is a very forgiving queen. She's not like the Queen of, I believe it, the Queen of Swords, who is holding the sword ready to attack. And hers is the Queen of Wands, which she is holding at more or less like just kind of like leaning on her shoulder type thing, if you kind of look at it. And it's really kind of telling me that the woman is really the one that's behind this. There's something with the woman that was the wife that had a little bit of whatever. But I kind of go with what I'm looking here. I kind of go with what we had talked about before, that it's very easy to take over a
vehicle,
a car with the computers that are today. Which, if you look at this particular card, the Nine of Cups, it's almost like he's hiding underneath the cups, or he's hidden by the cups. So, yeah, that makes sense. And again, the Tower is telling me they're going to knock our socks off when they come up with the actual explanation. Temperance is telling me that, I get the fact that it's the wife that's the one that they're looking at. But I'm not given why. Not yet.
yeah.
There's a few more facts that have to come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, all right. And so what I was doing though, so since I was using my tarot cards, what I first of all got those upside down wand of coins. Is what that one is. Next one I got upside down, which is 4 coins. That's also upside down. Now face up though, I got actually it's a Man of Cups. So basically, though, is what I was basically getting at, though, is since it is a man, it was an older man. Let me pull that back up. So since it is an older man, all right, you know that this couple was age 53. That's still not old, but still like middle age. What I was getting though is sort of like what Eva was picking up though. It was nothing to do with the husband. It was more or less to do with the wife because the man was actually upside down. Next one again, though, is actually the four coins I got. Now it's setting actually. It kind of looks like somebody actually setting up a stage light. So basically, though, it's that they weren't being set up. It was actually being set up for them. So the way that it could actually happen. It could affect everybody. The last one, though, which is actually the Man of Cups, though. All right. It's a firefighter again, though. Firefighters were right there on scene, trying to put actually out the fire. So the firefighters were actually stepping up to their lines, like up to their position, which was awesome. But still, they're trying to hold down the fire, trying to hold everything down. Sort of like what the U.S. government, actually, and actually the police and all that are trying to do. Those hold everything down, not trying to release all the information. But there is a lot more information going to be given. The first card that did pop up, which is the Two of Cups. Now this one here, if it was right side up, that would be raised because it was looking back actually at yourself, seeing what image. This one here, since it is upside down, that one there is actually indicating that, hey, they can't see where they were going. Because there's a blockage actually right there. So it's real mystery exactly what really took place. You've just got something?
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So that's what we... Go ahead.
It may be a while before we find out. You know how the government works.
Yeah, especially...
One step at a time.
Yes, for the U.S. government, yes. So... But no, right when it happened, though, is I even called my colleague, like my life partner at work. He didn't know about it. He's the host of actually a Haunting Live podcast that you guys can see here actually on the main screen. We do encourage you guys to check out. He's also going to be now actually on Twitch, which is awesome. So that way he's getting a little bit more reviews. And that's one thing though that we're trying to strive for is to be actually also on Twitch. A little bit more viewers of people. So yeah, Cheryl, if you're still actually in, if you'd like to be able to type in actually a question, go ahead. We're here for you. If there's anybody else in tonight, we're also here for you. So right when I called actually on Thursday, you said your nurse was there.
Yes.
Yeah. How are things going with that?
Very good. We are. I'm getting a physical therapist to help me get my strength back so I can actually get into a car and maybe even drive, because it's been over a year since I've been in a car to drive.
Yeah.
And it scares the bejeebies out of me.
It will it will for a bit, but still it's awesome.
Well, the thing that gets me is I sit there and I'm thinking, should I put up signs, beware, student driver? Beware.
Well, especially at your young age.
Yeah, well.
So.
Oh.
So gosh. Well, hey, all right. You're younger than your mother, so.
That's true. That is true.
Right. Because
very true.
Because what are you? 25 plus also all those darn taxes.
Well, I say I'm 39 plus shipping and handling.
So, but yeah, so there's not much actually happening. Even for myself, I'm going back in on December 4th. So on December 4th, please send your actually energy my way. I've got to go in for a daily checkup. Well, not daily, but I got to go in for a checkup to do with what actually took place back in August. And yeah, so there was actually a spiritual attack that happened to me. So yeah, a lot of things have happened. So not much really people popping in right now for chat, but is there anything else though that you think that we should do for chat, for readings?
I don't know. You caught me unaware on that one.
Do you want to do it for Christmas?
Sure, why not?
All right, wonderful.
Christmas time is near.
Okay, Charlie Brown. Blockhead.
Actually, no, that was the Chipmunks.
Okay.
That was the Chipmunks.
Alvin!
Okay.
So, ooh.
My sister was here for several days.
Yeah.
Which she usually comes for one day and that's it. And we were talking about different Christmas movies that are now starting to pop. Well, they were starting to pop up after Halloween. And the one that's been playing a lot lately is Elf.
Okay.
I hate that movie. I shouldn't say I hate it. That's not one of my favorite Christmas movies.
I haven't seen that lately up here in Canada.
Oh my God.
So, basically because
On
it's probably because I watch too much YouTube.
Aha. Well, it's on. There was one station that's running it like 24/7. I'm like, God, how many times can you watch Elf?
Yes. Yeah.
One of my favorites, I saw it, but it was almost over when I finally saw it, is The Polar Express.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Yeah. So again, those
And it's like,
if you guys have questions, feel free to type them in. We'd love to hear from you. It can be anything general or just a normal everyday question. So, yeah. All
and
right.
any comments that you'd like to make and suggestions.
Yeah.
And we're always open. I am anyway. I
Yeah.
might slam the door sometimes.
It's like and also let you guys know, starting December 1st for 25 days, continuously at 12 o'clock, I will be coming to you guys live, basically with certain what's happening that day, and also live readings. Again, we're here pretty much every single weekend, so join us live on weekends. It could be a Friday or Saturday, but join us live. We would love to hear from you. All right. So my cards are really strong tonight for Christmas.
Well, yeah, what got me is I pulled up the first three.
Yeah.
It was Justice, the Fool, and the Hierophant, or the Priest, which are major arcana, which means big changes or big happenings. And considering what we were just talking about, it scares the bejeebies out of me. Because but then again, none of them are bad. So it's just like, maybe it's just that there's some big things that are going to happen around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then the last one, and I'm sitting there and I'm ready to just start laughing. You know my religious stances.
Yeah.
So the last card I pulled up is the King of Coins. And all I could think of is, oh my God, it's the second coming.
Or else we threw kings.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Jory.
If I'm all of a sudden zapped out of existence here, just keep going.
Well, who knows? If it could be actually your friendly green guys or gray guys. So.
Well, they're here anyway, so, that doesn't mean anything.
Yes.
Like I say, I got Justice, the Fool, the Hierophant. They're all three major arcana. They're all on the positive side. So, yeah, something big is going to happen. It's not going to be a bad thing. It's going to be a good thing. And then I pull up the King of Coins, and it's like, my first thought was like, I say, oh my God, it's the second coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be a lightning bolt. Just be careful.
Boom.
Stay over in Canada. Don't come near this.
So, all right. So, what do you get? What do you get though from the cards besides actually the second coming?
Actually, all I get is there is going to be something happening big around Christmas time. I'm not really sure what it is because they're kind of like a little conflicting thing. Here we have the Fool and we have the Hierophant. The Fool is kind of like, I don't know, just the Fool, but the Hierophant, an educated man, a man of great knowledge. Maybe we're going to get a new pope. Oh, that could be too.
Yeah.
Because we have Justice here, which is a legal aspect of things, the spiritual side, and then the Fool, which is, all I can think of every time I see the Fool is, do not go gentle into that good night. Not as the negative, but as the, I don't know, watch where you're going, but go with a light heart.
Yeah.
That's all I'm picking up, really.
All right, all right. So Cheryl, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. We'd love to hear from you. What I got though is my very first card. Shuffling these cards actually just fell right out. First card though,
Oops.
Ten of Swords.
Ooh.
Okay. The second one though is also a shocking one. Eight of Wands. All right. And then the last one, which is Temperance. That actually I got. So basically, though, it's sort of to do with what Eva was picking up. I'm sort of getting the same stuff, but with the sorry, not 10 of Wands, but 10 of Swords. Sorry, that's what it was. 10 of Swords, though, since it is actually face up, right? There's gonna be a lot of actually things happening. A lot of sharp things happening shortly, and what we need to do is basically get unplugged, stop watching the news, get more in tune with the spiritual stuff. So we were more connecting actually all together within the right way. That way we don't have all that negative coming actually down and hitting everybody hard. I know again though Thursday was shocking for everybody, but hey, we need to get that. All right. Bounce that outwards. So the way we're getting more positive going forward. The Eight of Wands. The first thing I was actually picking up though, if we look actually at the picture, right, there is a castle in the back, but the birds. Okay, right? So with the birds though, they're actually flying. They're flying like sort of off balance. Something's happening right now within the environment, though, that we're actually in right now. If you directly look actually, if at the weather belt has been off so much. I know parts of actually Ontario here have got snow. Parts of Michigan have got snow. But once you go further down, there's no snow. Like this morning, I'll sort of let you know, I was watching Duluth. Duluth had no snow, and that's in Duluth, Michigan. Right when I went to Sault Ste. Marie actually had snow. So the weather is so much off balance. So the birds are actually off balance right there. Now the Temperance, though, what I was getting though, even though it's got a chef actually cooking, right? What we need to do though is actually watch what we're eating actually at the Christmas time.
Aww.
So I know. There's so much like fig and pudding and all that. It's like, gosh, yes. Cheryl actually typed in. It was 48 years ago today that I had my siblings. Sorry, they're stillborn. Any messages from the stillborn? That was 48 years ago. She had. So. Yeah, and the sibling's name was Joel.
Joel?
Joel. Joel.
Okay. I'm having a little bit of difficulty, but it could be because he's already come back. He's not in her life. He's quite a far away. But the connection I'm making is that just a minute. Good.
So Eva is trying to connect more with Joel.
I'm just not being able to connect. I know he has, and I do have sometimes difficulties connecting with souls that have reincarnated or incarnated again, or however you want to put it. And because of that, it sometimes is more difficult because it's like it's like that's one life and now I have another and I want to concentrate on that. His message to his mother is that he loved her and he was sorry that he had to leave, but sometimes the situation is not, it's like, oh, I made a wrong turn on the freeway, but he still cares for you and you will be getting a connection Not in this life, but in the next one for both of you. And that's all I'm picking up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. Yeah, sometimes little messages come to us. Sometimes the energy won't let us go in so far and give us so much information. So what I was basically getting though is, well, Eva was doing her actually reading actually from trying to connect with Joel's energy. Basically, those Joel has actually being reincarnated, like spirit form, has come back down here to Turtle Island. Now Joel though, has moved on to his life. Right, he doesn't really remember exactly from his past life. But the thing though is he knows that there's a empty reason there. He doesn't know why. So what he's trying to do is actually trying to figure out what that empty purpose is. Now, what I'm getting though is not Canada. What I'm getting though is in North America though, but not Canada. He does come to Canada off and on, but not as much. What I would say though is so wise though. He's 48, but human wise, he's much younger.
Yeah, I get that he's like in his late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. But
he's not married yet,
yeah.
But there is someone in his life.
Yeah. But he's still trying to figure out what that empty purpose, like that empty feeling actually in his life is. So, but he will realize within the next 5 to 10 years what that empty feeling is. You guys will come cross paths. I'm not predicting whereabouts, but you guys will come cross paths. And it will feel like though that you guys have not met each other, but you guys have known each other for a long time. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So, hopefully that helps you out, Cheryl. I know you do say thanks very much, Eva, with the heart. So, yeah. That's like awesome. But yeah, so again though is we're pretty much here every single day. I have a message that just popped in. This is actually from our love from Thunder Bay, Chrissy Dawn. All right, so Chrissy's watching right now, so let's send a shout out to Chrissy. Yeah, all right, and yeah, so she is watching right now. So Chrissy, if you have any questions at all, feel free to type in. You know how to get in contact. So yes. But yeah, so how much turkey's left over for you?
Believe it or not, quite a bit. What started out as to be at least 10 people dropped down to 8 people. And when we actually sat down at the table, there was only 6 people.
Ah.
My brother, who was supposed to be here, fell off off the ladder, a 6-foot ladder, and he was pretty sore, so he decided to just stay home this time.
Yeah.
And our other guests, friends of ours, they decided to go someplace else to family. So there was just the 6 of us. It was all family. My brother, or my sister, my brother, and my nephew and his wife, who is my sister's son. So, and then Stacy's mother came here because her father is in the deep throes of Alzheimer's, so he has no concept of reality.
Yes. Yeah. That's okay. I know with Alzheimer's it's pretty bad because right now my father's starting to get Alzheimer's, and for everybody else though, my mother actually has full dementia. So yeah, trying to figure out what to do.
That's in Europe. I was told that they have a treatment for Alzheimer's. It's not a cure. It's a treatment, but it's something that you have to either take once a week or once a, one a day, once a week, something like that. And it keeps the Alzheimer's at bay.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't we get it here?
It's hard. It's hard, especially over here in North America. Like I know the states is more advanced actually in some medicine. Canada is also in some other areas. So yeah, it's really hard to say. Um,
Well, unfortunately, unlike many other countries, our United States is ruled by the big corps, and one of the big corps are the big pharmas, and let's leave it at that.
yeah.
I can feel my blood pressure.
Well,
My nurse, Debbie, came here. Debbie is the nurse that does a lot of the in-home care.
yeah.
And she came here one day, and I don't know how we got talking about the big pharmas. And she always has to take my blood pressure, my temperature, and all this. And she took my blood pressure, and she says, we're going to take it again later. It's a little high. Okay, we won't
It's
talk
like
about things before.
yeah, yeah. Well, here in Canada, it's so weird though. Like, yeah, people say we get free healthcare, right? But we technically don't. Things are actually done through our taxes and everything else like that. Um,
Well, the thing is, though, you're paying higher taxes than we are,
yeah,
which is, I would rather pay higher taxes and know that I'll be taken care of.
yeah,
And the PT that was here setting up a schedule uh, said that our Congress has cut all of Medicare by 12%. Excuse me?
yeah,
This is how we treat our old people?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, calm down.
It's like count to three. Actually, no, count to five, but count backwards. Not turn the chair around, count backwards. It's
Let's
like
see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
right. So yes, I did that once before to somebody. It's like, okay, count five backwards. So they turned
They
around.
turned around.
I was like, no, I didn't need that. So yes, again though, is join us actually pretty much every single Friday. I will be here live starting July 1st at noon hour. Right here underneath YouTube. So if you do miss actually yeah, if you do miss actually the shows weekly, so not weekly but daily, tune in. We're now actually on a Spotify underneath Divine Oracle Reading podcast show, so you can tune in that way. And yeah, so Cheryl says breathe. Yeah.
Pardon?
Cheryl says
Oh,
breathe. So yes. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing 25 days of Christmas again. Those Eva and I were here every weekend to do live readings. Pay attention to the date. The dates will be posted underneath here Facebook. So pay attention for the dates. Again, though, we do say thanks a lot for tuning in. And if you know somebody though that's actually in need of help this season, give a hand. Not like chop it off, but give a hand. All right, and show some love.
not that way either.
That's like so.
Yeah, this time of the year, people become very generous, very giving, very, very forgiving, and it's like, let's have it for the full year, not just this time.
Yeah.
How about thinking about that?
Yeah. And it's so true. So we do say thanks a lot for tuning in this week. Again, though, next week's show is going to be awesome. It's going to be rocking. Who knows? We might actually have the Rockettes here. We might be actually from New York. I know tonight says not from Disney. But yes, too bad we didn't have our Mickey Mouse ears or our Donald Duck hats or whatever on. But we do say thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So. And we go from there.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys have an awesome one, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
With Gypsy Lady Eva.
You probably couldn't.
Sorry, go ahead.
You probably couldn't see it running, but boy, I could feel it running. It's like I
No.
don't want it dripping down my chin.
So. I know, couldn't see
That
it.
was good.
Gypsy
I
Lady
felt it was good.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't.
Sorry, go ahead.
You probably couldn't see it running, but boy, I could feel it running. It's like
Forgot to turn that one off. I do apologize.